Hello lovelies, if you love what you're seeing, you have to stick to the end of this video to see how I achieved this beautiful makeup look. The bride is giving. Hi guys, hello my lovelies, thank you for joining us today. If this is your first time, you're welcome. If you're my old subscriber, thank you again for coming back. I love you all so much, thank you. So let's dive in. So I decided to bring to you guys one of the looks I created over the season. This was one of my brides this January, and guess what, she's also my assistant. She has been working with me for the past 2 years or 2.5 years or so. So this was the look we created. We started off by praying, if you noticed. Yeah, I don't miss that with my brides, like God first, right? Anyways, after which I cleansed her face with micellar water from Msmetics. Then I went ahead to hydrate with my Kiss Beauty fixing spray. Yes, I wanted to add a little more hydration, so I went in with the Snail essence. As you can see, I used my brush to put it on the face first. I made sure that it went all over the face. Then I went ahead to massage it into the skin properly with my hands. I took my time to do that, as you can see. If you know this product, you will know that it's very, very nice. And you know, basically, so after massaging into the skin, I made sure that I dried it down with my small hand fan. Please guys, pardon my voice, cough is dealing with me. Next, I went in my moisturizer. This one is Msmetics. It's from Msmetics as well. You can use it on both dry and oily skin and combination skin. Yeah, it works properly for every skin type. So I massaged it properly into the skin as well, concentrating under the eyes, you know, to get rid of that dryness that normally come with makeup under the eyes. Basically, after massaging into the skin, I still went ahead to dry it down with my hand fan. So during skin prep, make sure that any product you are applying on the skin dries down before you go on to the next product. The next thing I added to the skin is the face is my Mehron skin prep. You know, to get rid of the oil that might come out later, and also the sweat. It also helps with sweat as well. I use the same brush to apply it, and then use my hand to just pat it into the skin, and then I went ahead to dry as well. Yeah, the next thing I did is to add my primer. So this is Mehron Touch Up or Mehron primer, very, very mattifying primer. I use it only for my brides, guys. If you know, you know. Then I had to mix it with my classic primer. This is another bomb primer, very cheap, very, very cheap, unlike the other one that is kind of is expensive, not kind of, please. So I mixed the two of them together and then applied it only on the tweety zones. That is the places that she's prone to bring out oil again. And then if you notice, the method of application is patting into the skin. I had to pat in. I did not blend in or rub in. I had to pat in to avoid getting white, whatever. I don't know how to explain that, but always pat in your mattifying primers. Then I went ahead to use the hydrating spray again to lock in the skin prep. So this is Huda foundation. I had to mix 2 shades to get her exact color. This is the darker shade, this is the lighter shade. Then mixing the both of them gave me her actual color. Yeah. as you can see from here. So I think I later added L'Oreal in C7. I don't know, I can't remember, but I think I added just a little bit to give it a little bit of the red undertone, kind of. Then I started applying the foundation to the face. Yeah, so this bridal morning was a lot of fun for us. So we were gisting a lot and all that. So you constantly see her mouth whining because we were talking basically. Anyways, still blending in the foundation. Yes, I installed her hair as well, so the closure wasn't really her skin color, so I had to use the foundation. So I blended the foundation into the closure. Yeah, so this is a tip I'm giving to you guys now. So I went ahead to still blend with my beauty blender. Of course, I don't miss blending my foundation with my beauty blender because that's where the beauty of it comes out the most. Even if I go in with my brush, I'll still go in with my beauty blender. Look at that skin match. Look at her neck and her face. Okay, next I went in with my Pro Concealer in shade Fawn. Yes, this is shade Fawn. I didn't realize it wasn't really as light as I wanted, in as much as I didn't want the face to be very light. That's the under eyes. But the Fawn ended up working as well. It ended up working, although I added another shade later on. Yeah, so I applied it under the eyes, on the chin, on the forehead, and then the bridge of the nose. Then went in with my beauty blender. This beauty blender is from Alabama Beauty Blender. Very soft, very lush. Like, it gets the job done. And the shape, just look at that blend. Anyway, so for blending the under eye, I always start from the outer corner of the eyes and then work my way towards the inner corner of the eyes. That way you avoid spreading the concealer all over the face or making the face very fat. Please take note. So I had to lift the concealer a bit, or lift her face a bit using the concealer. That was why I went all the way up towards the hair line. Yeah. So the next thing I did was to add blush. I'm using a lip palette from Becham Ageless to add this blush. This blush, I felt like it wasn't even important at this point because I still added another one later on. But I added it, So basically, if you want to do liquid blush, this is the point at which you're meant to do it. When you've applied your foundation and concealer, before you go ahead to put anything dry on the face. Yeah. So yes, if you are still watching, thank you, which means you are enjoying what I'm doing, right? Okay, I had to contour the face with L'Oreal Infallible contour stick or foundation stick, whatever you may call it. I think this is shade 412. I don't know, but I will check. Yes. So I use this to contour the cheekbones, as you can see me doing here. Yeah guys, enjoy the process. Please, while you are here and you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Get me to 1K subscribers, guys. Like, it's been a long time coming, since December. What is happening? Please support your girl. Please subscribe to my channel, like, leave a comment and all that. So I contoured the cheekbone, the temple of the face, and then the chin as well. Yes, this is the second concealer I told you guys I went in with. This one is from Avour. It's a little bit lighter than the Fawn. So I added it to the under eyes to add a little bit of more coverage. Yeah. And then to also remove the creasing that may have formed since the time we applied the other one. That's before we go into setting. I always do this. in my videos. Either I leave out a little bit of the concealer that I applied first, or I go in with another layer of concealer. So depending on the level of coverage you want, if you're adding another layer of concealer, or if you just blend out the old one that you already had. Okay, so I was about setting the under eye, so I had to blend out the creasing again. So this is Maybelline Superstay powder. I started using it first. It wasn't really giving me that wow coverage, so I had to start mixing it with my Merak Setting powder. So this is Superstay, Maybelline Superstay powder. I think I'll write the name on the screen, and then the Merak Setting powder mixed together. I use my beauty blender to apply it, to just pat into the skin, and make sure you are putting in a very, very tiny layer. Don't pack so much product. After which, I still went ahead to brush out with my brush a little bit. I did the same thing for the second eyes. Enjoy. Welcome back, my lovelies. So next we had to set the face. I used CoverGirl, a powder from CoverGirl, and it says full spectrum CoverGirl powder. I'll leave the name, that's the shade, on the screen. The particular shade that I use is on the screen. The powder is nice, it's full coverage, and it gets the job done as well. This cough, please. You guys, your sister want to die of cough, but I'm stronger than this cough, in Jesus' name, amen. Anyways, so after setting the whole face, I went in with some L'Oreal Infallible powder again for the nose contour. This particular powder, I used it for it wasn't that dark per se, so I used it for the nose contour, and I also used it on the cheeks as well, like to bronze the contour area that we already did with the infallible stick now. So that was basically it. Her nose is very, very tricky, kind of. At some point I felt like I wasn't doing the nose contour very well, like it was one-sided at some point. I don't know if it's my eyes, but at the end of the day, it turned out good. I just thank God. I thank God. When I was watching the video, I was like, Cynthia, you want to disfigure somebody with your nose contour skills. But it turned out well later on. Yeah, so after contouring, I went ahead with the powder I used to set the under eyes. That's the Superstay powder, to blend out the harsh lines between the nose contour and then the under eyes, because you don't want it looking shouty, and you also want to get the nose to be, tiny, Then I'm bronzing the face with the same powder. As you can see, I applied from the T-zone, from the temple of the face down to the cheeks, all over the cheeks. So that's just it for the contouring or bronzing, whatever you may call it. I went ahead to seal my contour. This is called reverse contour, or you are sealing your contour with I think I used the Merak Setting powder to do this. I don't know, I cannot see. Okay, sorry, I'm using the same Superstay powder to do this reverse. Then I also blended out. In as much as I did the reverse contour, I didn't want to leave the line obvious, so I blended out. At this point, her lip was dry. Obviously, I didn't prep it when I was doing the skin prep, so I needed to do this so that when I will be applying the lipstick, it won't be a problem. Then I had to spread the face again. If you are new to my channel, I use my setting spray like 5 times before the end of the makeup. I love to spray. I love to set the whole process as I'm going. So the next thing I did was the brows. Yeah, I have a brow tutorial on my channel. You can check it out because this one I had to like fast forward it. Yeah, fast forward it. I fast forwarded it. So go back to my channel and go and watch my brow tutorial. Yeah, so I use Pauline Gel Liner in brown to achieve the brows. You can use whatever you have. You can also use your pencil. As you can see, I combined my own. Oh yeah, watch. So for the eyeshadow, I use my concealer as eyeshadow primer. I applied it on the lid and then blended out with my blending brush. I did a combination of orange and deep brown and a little bit of a lighter shade on the tear duct. In as much as it didn't really pop that much, but it was actually lighter than the rest of the eyes. So the orange was I applied it on the middle of the eyelid, and then for the darker shade of brown, I used it as a contour shade for the outer part of the eyes. And then I had to blend it a little bit into the crease to create that depth on the eyes. Yeah. That was basically what I did. This particular eyeshadow palette is from Avour cosmetic eyeshadow. Is so pigmented, both the shimmery parts, the shimmery eyeshadows, and then the matte eyeshadows, they are all pigmented. Okay, this girl won't stop talking. Anyways, we used this is a lip palette I used. It's from Becham Ageless Cosmetics. I used the orange shade and the brown shade. I started with the peach, but I decided to match the eyes and the lips, so I used the orange instead. I topped it up with the orange and it popped out like this. Then I went in with the brown shade to outline or to line the lips. I did a little bit of overlining. I don't know if you know what overlining is, but it means I did not start the outlining from the line of her lip. I had to go a little bit above the natural lining of the lips. That's what I mean by overlining, to make the lips a little bit bigger, yeah, than the natural size or than the normal size basically. Then after outlining, I went ahead to blend in the two colors together, blend with each other. So if you're looking for a dupe for TM Essential Cheek Glaze, guys, this particular cheek pop from Viennage Cosmetics is what you need. Like, it gives the same effects and is way affordable than the other one. So if you're looking for a dupe, this is definitely a dupe for TM Essential Cheek Glaze. But this particular one is from Viennage. That's what it looks like, both on the outer part and on the inside as well. And this is the effect. I like using it before I use my highlighter because of the kind of, like, after applying it, you're already seeing the glow on the face. Even if you don't want to apply a highlight again, that particular blush is okay, like if you're on the minimal part. But I like applying it before I use my highlight because it helps my highlight to even pop more and better as well. So this is me applying my highlight, and I think for the chin I added a little bit too much. Like, it was when she was about to go to church, I noticed that it was actually gluing. I had to brush to go and bring my blush to blend it out. Yeah, but I didn't really notice at this point, but it was later that I noticed it. Thank God it didn't really spoil anything for us. Yeah, I used my hand to apply the highlight on the bridge of the nose and then on the tip of the nose. This particular highlight is from Tehila Cosmetics. They have the bigger palette and the smaller palette, and it comes with blush as well. The blush is also nice, but it's been a while I used it. So I added a little bit of sparkles to the eyes. This is from Candy Beauty line. I added the sparkles on the eyes. I added it on the chin. That's the place that I added the highlight earlier on. I added on the nose bridge as well. You know, just to give the face a little bit of sparkle. Don't worry, you'll see the effect at the end of this video. Like, it turns out great. It's just a way to switch up your makeup from the, you know, regular. I'm giving you people tips, so at this point, if you are still watching and you have not subscribed to my channel, that means you don't like me. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Leave a comment, ask your questions. I'm available to answer them. If you want any type of content here, let me know if it's something I can do as well. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is time for mascara. I use the Zaron. This mascara is from Zaron, and there is another one that I had to mix it with at some point because the Zaron was almost finished at this point. Yeah, so I did her under eyes and then the upper part as well. Hi guys, so this is the finishing stage. Like, look at this makeup, look at this glow. This glow is giving me joy. Anyways, so this is time for lash. This lash set is from Kaima Cosmetics. I didn't bring the pack, I just had it in a smaller container, but the lash is very nice and affordable too. Kaima Cosmetics, yeah, you can check them out on Instagram. So then I had to use my last Armor. This is my fixing spray from Mehron Skin Prep. From Mehron, yeah. This spray is the bomb. Like, after spraying this spray, your makeup is not going anywhere. It's going to stay there. You need to see the review I got from this bride. She was like, what did you use on my face? My clothes tear, makeup no gree tear. I was like, yeah. Anyways, if you are still watching, that means you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't go without subscribing. Don't go without giving me a thumbs up, without commenting. I love you so much for being here. Thank you so much. See you in my next video, and stay glued. Turn on your notification button. Don't say I not tell you.